So let's kind of just dive in and just talk about a couple of simple mechanisms that could be at the root, because we have foundational things that can be done, and then we have more nuanced things. So it's like when you build a house, you may not be worried about picking out the crown molding and the fancy tile that you're going to use in your master bedroom when we haven't even laid out the foundation yet. So let's start at the foundational principles. So first thing is going to be just generally inflammation. Why is inflammation, why is inflammation important? So when we have excess inflammation, that's going to cause our cells and our tissue to break down faster than we build up. Okay, that's big. And the big vectors of inflammation are going to come from physical sources, chemical sources, and emotional sources. And all of these stressors interplay on our hormones, on our gut, on our immune system. And then, of course, if we're driving inflammation via nutritional means, nutritional kind of fits into that chemical category, right? Chemical could be heavy metals, mold. It could be inflammatory foods like gluten and refined sugar. It could be hormonal imbalances, female thyroid. It could be autoimmune issues, leaky gut, gluten sensitivity. So a lot of things kind of fit into that chemical stressor bucket. Of course, the emotional stress is a big thing. A lot of people have had experiences with, like maybe, death of a loved one, and you start losing hair, and there's that, or you're over exercising, right? You see it in women, they over exercise, they may lose their period, their hair starts thinning, they start getting colder. So a lot of those symptoms are common on the emotional side, common on the physical side. We're going to go into the more nuanced chemical stressor. So of course, if we're not getting enough nutrition to build our hair, that's numero uno. So essential fatty acids, right? Healthy amino acids. These are the fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin A, selenium, zinc, magnesium. These are important building, biotin or B7, right? These are very important building block nutrients. So the first thing is, if we're eating kind of a paleo template, it's automatically going to be nutrient dense, low in toxin, and anti-inflammatory. We may adjust the macronutrients, protein, fat, and carbs according to what you need, but every bite of food is going to be anti-inflammatory, nutrient dense, and low in toxin. Low in toxin being organic. You're not getting pesticides. You're not getting Roundup, glyphosate. Remember, glyphosate is a chemical chelator, so it'll pull out zinc. It'll pull out important minerals, selenium, that are important for hair growth. The catalase enzyme is really important for hair growth and hair color, and that's a glutathione-based enzyme. And we need selenium for glutathione. And if you're eating your plants that are grown in depleted soils because of pesticides and Roundup, that can easily deplete some of these nutrients. So just highlighting the nutrients is going to be healthy proteins, healthy fats, vitamin A, fat-soluble vitamins, your selenium, your zinc, very important for hair. And also skin and nails tend to connect with that. And then the next thing I would say is, okay, great, you're eating these things. Now we have to be able to digest them. We have to have enough hydrochloric acid and enzymes and enough gut integrity to be able to break everything down. So that's kind of foundation. I'll let you comment, Evan.
Yeah, you may need to go more strict with diet. We may need to go more autoimmune paleo if this is like an alopecia type situation where you've had maybe a family history of immune system issues.
Correct.
But when you have alopecia, you could potentially lose everything. I mean, it could literally be your eyebrows, your eyelashes. I mean, every hair on your body could disappear. So if you're in that bad of shape, and we've had those alopecia cases before, we got to go with an autoimmune paleo template. I'm so glad you brought up the point about glyphosate being a chelator. I don't think many people discuss the fact that it's pulling minerals out. That's huge, because you could be on a paleo diet, but if you're still getting exposed to a lot of chemical toxins, like let's say you do like some meal prep service and they do sweet potatoes and strawberries, and those are not organic, but they're still quote paleo because they're real food. The average sweet potato has 20 plus pesticides. The average strawberry, 22 pesticides and herbicides in it. And so you're actually doing more damage to yourself by doing those foods. Even though it's quote real food, if it's chemical, it's just not worth it. So really, really, really focus on organic. This is key. I looked at the price difference. People complain, oh, you got to be rich to eat organic. At Whole Foods, I've seen a pound of strawberries for $2.99, which is chemical conventional garbage. Organic was $3.99 for the same size. It was $1 more. And that extra dollar is going to provide you more nutrient density, more trace minerals. You're not going to be getting genetically modified things, and you're saving your gut.